Hey everyone, my name is Lindsay and I have a ton of books here that I want to just haul. And I actually discovered just recently that there's a whole community on YouTube called BookTube, and I had no idea that that even existed, and it makes me so happy that there's something out there like that because I love reading. And I actually just recently found out that I had Crohn's disease, and I'm also going to be having a hip surgery, and I'm going to be down for like 6 months. So I'm not going to school right now. I'm a sophomore in college, but I've had to take a semester off for obvious reasons. I've got to get this health stuff taken care of, and I just went to the bookstore and bought a ton of books, and I figure that going into books and maybe making some YouTube videos for myself will be something that will help me through this very difficult time that I'm going through right now. I don't have the best equipment. My camera is not great. Like I'm filming on my iPhone. I don't have like microphones or lighting, and it's like 10 o'clock at night right now, but I come alive at night. I'm such a night owl. And I put makeup on for this video. My hair is like crazy, but I'm excited to start doing it. So I'm trying to decide though how I'm going to film this because I have so many books that I don't know if someone's going to want to sit down and watch a 30-minute video. So I might split it up into 2 parts, and I plan on actually filming several videos tonight because I don't know if I'll feel this good the next week. So I'm just going to start with this and see how I go. So I went to Barnes & Noble actually tonight because something in me just said, hey, let's go to Barnes & Noble. So I have a bag here. It looks like this. It's big. This is what I bought tonight. I've bought other stuff in the past like month. Just accumulated all of it, and I have books over here on the side. So yeah. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is Harry Potter. I have never read the Harry Potter series. I actually did read the first book in 2nd grade. Don't remember it. Have no recollection of anything about it. But everyone's read this book, and for some reason I haven't gotten around to it. I'm more of a literary classic person. I love reading literary classics. It's just the type of writing, and sorry there's writing on this. I was so stupid in 3rd grade. I wrote like my name and stuff on all my books. It's really embarrassing. But yeah, I just really love I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, forget what I just said. I really, really want to start reading this series, and I didn't have 2 of the books from the series because my mom has read this series, and she gave 2 books to someone to borrow, and we haven't gotten them back, so which is fine, and we just went and bought them. So I have this one, and actually the reason I went tonight is because we didn't have the second one, and I know, because I read very fast, that I'll read the second one tonight, or that I'll get to the second one tonight maybe. And it is the Chamber of Secrets. So this is what it looks like. And so I've got this one. I've got the Prisoner of Azkaban. I've got the Goblet of Fire. I've got the Order of Phoenix. And then I had to buy the 6th book. And it is the Half-Blood Prince. And the last one is the Deathly Hallows. And I know that there's an eighth one, but I've heard very mixed reviews on this. It's the 8th book of the Harry Potter series, and J.K. Rowling, I'm pretty sure she like did not write this book at all. I think 2 other people wrote it, but a lot of people seem to not like it, but then there's some people who say it's great. So I just want to get through the first 7 original books and then decide if I'm going to read it, because I don't know. I'm like skeptical. I was like, I'm not going to buy that yet just because I need to read the whole series before I get that into it. But good news is I have this entire series, and I've just heard so many people say that Harry Potter is a really good series to get into when you're going through something hard and difficult, which I am right now. I'm not going to sit here and complain in this video or vent. This isn't about that, but this is a world that I can completely escape and go into. It's fantasy. It has nothing to do with the world we live in now, and I just really need something like that. And I've just gotten told by so many people that it helps them through great issues, and people even reread it when they're going through bad times. So I want to be a part of this Harry Potter world that I've always felt so excluded from, which is my own fault. I've never read them. But I'm not a big fantasy reader, but I want to be, because it seems like people have such a great time with fantasy, and I've never really given it a try. The only book I've read that's fantasy is Twilight, which, you know, I don't know. So I'm going to try to get into fantasy. I have several fantasy books here, but this is what I want to start with. So tonight, after I'm done filming my videos, I'm going to start reading Harry Potter, and I'm so excited. Okay, next book I have this is another book that a lot of people have already read, but I haven't, and it's The Hunger Games. So I'm actually so happy that I have yet to read this, because I feel like if I would have read it when it came out, which I was like 12, 13 years old when this series came out. I'm 20 years old almost now, like just 2 months I'll be 20. And I'm really, really happy that I didn't read it when I was young, because I feel like I would have been so invested in the action and the love story that I wouldn't have really gotten the big picture behind this series, which is the political aspect of it all. It just talks about politics and talks about government, and that's one of the things I'm very passionate and interested in. So I'm really looking forward to reading about it. So I'm excited. The love triangle I'm not looking forward to, because I have seen the movies. I'm not a big fan of love triangles. I never have been. So I'm hoping that I can get past that, or maybe the author Suzanne Collins will make me, you know, maybe have me really invested in this love triangle, but we'll see. So I'm excited to read this. It's not something I'm going to read like right now, because I'm probably the next week going to be invested in this Harry Potter series, but it is something that I will read during my recovery process. Okay, next. This is a book I actually got recommended to by the lady at the bookstore. She said it was really dark, and I love dark books. Like Stephen King, love him. He's great. I have like 7 books here actually that I'm going to haul just purely by Stephen King. So that's why I kind of want to do a separate video, just like Stephen King haul. But this book is called The Three Dark Crowns, and it's just, I don't know. I didn't know anything about it when I bought it. She just said, I strongly recommend it. It's great. She said to read this little flap, which I didn't even do. I just bought it because I was like, if she says it's that great, I'm just going to go with it. If I hate it, I hate it. But the inside of it says, in every generation on the island of Finburn, a set of triplets is born. 3 queens, all equal heirs to the crown, and each possessor of a coveted magic. Mirabella is a fierce elemental able to spark hungry flames or vicious storms at the snap of her fingers. Catherine is a poisoner who can ingest the deadliest poisons without so much as a stomach ache. Arsino? I don't know if I'm saying that right, sorry. A naturalist is said to have the ability to bloom the reddest rose and control the fiercest of lions, but becoming the queen crowned isn't solely a matter of royal birth. Each sister has to fight for it, and it's not just a game of win or lose, it's life or death. The night the sisters turn 16, the battle begins. So I'm excited to read this. Just by reading that, it sounds super interesting. It sounds like a big character book, which are my favorite kinds of books. Books that are so invested in the storytelling of the character and not just the plot, because character development is just something I enjoyed studying when I was in high school. So yeah, but that is a book here that I have. So excited. It's dark, and I just, oh my god, every time I hear somebody say, this is a dark book, I freak out, because I mean, it's just amazing. So there's that. By the way, I've found myself interested in these questions when I watch new people on BookTube, what they're majoring in college. I'm actually a biochemistry major. I'm a pre-med student, but reading is definitely a hobby that I really love and want to continue. But just so y'all know, I find myself dying to know the major of, or if they go to college, or it doesn't matter if they go to college, like, you know, you don't have to be a genius to go to college or go to college to be a genius. I'm just like curious, you know, so I just wanted to tell y'all that. The next book I have is called The Six of Crows, or Six of Crows, not The Six of Crows. And this I got recommended on BookTube. What is that? Oh my god. I'll link her channel in the bottom bar or the description bar. She has just raved about this, and so I figured it would be a really good book to try. So I'll read the inside. Ketterdam, a bustling hub of international trade where anything can be had for the right price, and no one knows that better than criminal prodigy Kaz Brecker. Kaz is offered a chance at a deadly heist that could make him rich beyond his wildest dreams, but he can't pull it off alone. So it sounds really interesting, and just that little snippet, I'm like intrigued to see what's gonna happen. I love the black pages right here. I think black is like my favorite color. I don't know why, it always has been, but yeah. So I've got this book. So excited to read it. So yeah, and then I have 2 more books here, and then I'm gonna stop it and go into my Stephen King haul. Next book I have is The Girl on the Train. So I have not seen this movie yet because I'm a firm believer that the books are normally always better than the movies. I've yet to find a book that I didn't like as much as the movie. So, or what, you know, that a movie that I like better than the book is what I meant to say. So, this is a thriller, you know, kind of like, and like I said, it's a dark novel. And the reason I wanted to read this was because I actually saw a trailer of it. And it said based on the best-selling book or whatever, and it said this, and I was like, oh, it's a book, that's cool. So I immediately wanted to read it, and I just haven't gotten around to buying it, and I got around to doing it today. I'll read the back. Every day the same. Rachel takes the same commuter train every morning and night. Every day she rattles down the track, flashes past a stretch of cozy suburban homes, and stops at the signal that allows her to daily watch the same couple breakfasting on their deck. She even started to feel like she knows them. Jess and Jason, she calls them. Their laugh, as she sees it, is perfect, not unlike the laugh she recently lost. Until today, and then she sees something shocking. It's only a minute until the train moves on, but it's enough. Now everything's changed. Unable to keep it to herself, Rachel goes to the police, but is she really as unreliable as they say? Soon she deeply entangled. Oh my god, I cannot read. Soon she is deeply entangled not only in the investigation but in the lives of everyone involved. Has she done more harm than good? So this just seems, oh my gosh, I'm like so excited. This almost, oh my gosh, if I was not so determined to start the Harry Potter series tonight, this would be the book I would read tonight. But Harry Potter all the way. I'm not reading anything else until I read Harry Potter, so, but I'm excited. Next book I have, which is kind of like it's a classic, is The Exorcist. I have seen The Exorcist. I didn't even know it was a book about it, so I got it. And there's nothing really to read. They don't have anything, but, oh yeah, they do, it's right here. But, it's just basically about a little girl who gets possessed. That's all I'm not really good at synopsis, really, but she just gets possessed. It's really, really kind of nasty, like, in my opinion. Like, watching the movie, it's really gross, and it freaks me out, but, so I can imagine the reading is going to be just as weird and, like, uncomfortable for me, but it's whatever, so I'm still going to give it a try. That is all the books that I got today. I'm about to stop this video and make a Stephen King haul, and then I'm going to start reading Harry Potter. So thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, whoever's watching, and I will see you on my next video.